So to start making your logo, you're going to go to Create New. Alright, then you're going to change some of these settings here. So we're going to go to, well, first of all, make sure you're in Custom. And then up here, you're going to change your name of the file to Team Logo. Make sure your width and your height is in centimeters. And make sure that's 60 for width and 60 for height. And then change the resolution to 300. Okay, and that'll be pixels per centimeter. Okay, once that's all done, just press Create. Alright, and this should pop up. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is remove this background and make sure it's transparent, which means there's nothing there, so there's no background. So we're going to double click on this lock. Okay, then we're going to press OK here. Alright, then we're going to go just to the Magic Wand tool, which is this one. You guys may have one of these there. Alright, so mine look like that, for example. If you click and hold with your mouse, alright, then you can click on Magic Wand. Click once, and that should select all the white pixels. Might take a little while to load. Alright, then we press delete on the keyboard. Okay. Alright, next thing we're going to do is use the text. Alright, now I can just drag a little box here. Alright, and I can start writing what I want. So for this one here, in capitals, I'm just going to write team name. Okay, there we go. To change the size, I can just click and hold and highlight it. And then up here, I can change to whatever I want. So if I want it to be a little bit smaller, we go 180, enter. Okay, and that can decrease the size. If I want to change the color, over here I can double click on the color. Alright, if I want it to be blue, for example, change it like that, press OK, done. Okay, this tool up here, you might see me click on a few times. It's just a move tool. So if you just click and hold it, you can move whatever you've made wherever you want. Okay, so that's that. One other thing, if you ever need to go back to edit your text, so for example, if I don't like the font that I'm using, I can double click on it. Okay, and I can do that. Sometimes it might not let you do it, so you may have to go back to the text tool, click on that, and then click on your text. Alright, and then it should let you edit it from there. Okay, if you want to change the font, alright, you've got all these different fonts that you can choose from. Okay, I personally like Century Gothic, so I'll leave that. Alright, you can change this if you want it to be bold and whatever else. Yeah, your font size is there as well, colors there, you can do all that sort of stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to click on the Move tool again. Next thing I wanted to show you is what you can do in terms of like putting shapes and stuff for your logo. So whatever you and your team decide to do, you could go to this tool here. Alright, normally it would come up with a rectangle tool. So if you click and hold once again, alright, then you've got all these tools to select from. So for example, if your logo was going to have some simple shapes in there, alright, you could quite easily just come over here and use some of these. Okay, so for rectangle, just click and hold, and that will make a rectangle. Alright, once again, you can go through and you can change the colors of it. So if you want to double click on this one, one click, and if you click on this little box here, alright, then it'll bring up this for you. So we can go through, let's say we want to make this one green, we can make it, this sort of color, depending on what I want. Right about there, press OK. Alright, and that changes it. Okay, if you want to change the stroke, which is like the outline, I can click on it again. Alright, there's some recently used colors here, so if I want black, for example, I can use that. Hasn't appeared, so it might be the thickness needs to be increased. This one here. There you go. Alright, so now you can start to see the the outline. Alright, so let's say for example that's what I want. I'll just click on the Move tool again. Alright, and you can see that that's the shape that I was looking for. Alright, then if we go back to the rectangle tool here, click and hold. Alright, there's triangles. Alright, same process, I can change colors, I can change the thickness of the line if I need to. I can rotate if I want to, just by going on this corner of that box there. And see how it changes the little icon. Alright, so I can do that. I can click on these, I can expand them. Okay, I can do whatever I want. Alright, so same as the others here. You've got a circle, like a ellipse tool, and then polygon and whatever else, line tool. Alright, so there's those there that you can use. If you don't want these, you can click on them once, press delete. Okay, and we can delete them if you. Next tool that we're going to use is the pen tool. Now, the first thing we're going to do before we use it is we're going to create another layer. So at the moment, we've got team name, which is our text. Alright, that's one layer. Now we want to make another layer so we can work on and put other shapes, whatever else, on different layers. Okay, so if there's one thing that you want to delete, you can delete that layer, alright, without deleting all the other work that you've done. So if we just go down here to this little plus sign, alright, there you go. So there's layer one. Okay, so on this layer now we can go over and go to the pen tool. Alright, if you click and hold it, there's all different tools there you can use. We're going to use the simple one for now, the first one. Alright, I go click, move my cursor, click again. Alright, and then I can make a full shape. Alright, now if I want to color this shape in, I can go to paths. Alright, right click, go fill path. Alright, then I can go, keep it set at color, press OK. Alright, let's change it to red. Alright, once again though, I can go through, double click here, and then change it to another color if I need to. If it doesn't change there, you can use the paint bucket, and that should do the job. Yep, there you go. Alright, sometimes it doesn't allow you to change it there for some reason. Sometimes it will shade away, depends if it's selected or not, but yeah, otherwise you can use this paint bucket. Alright, with the pen tool, there's another tool, freeform, which you can use just to make random shapes. Curvature tool or pen tool you guys will probably use some of, but what you can do before that is come back to your layers, okay, and create a new layer for this. Okay, so I'm going to go back here, go to the curvature tool. Alright, then here I can start clicking again. And as I'm clicking, obviously it's not keeping those straight lines like it was before. Alright, it's curving it around. So I can go back to the original point and that would join everything up. Okay, so same process as before. Go to paths, right click, fill subpath. Press OK. There you go. Alright, then same thing. If I want to change the color, I can just go to the paint bucket and should be able to click in here and that should change it for us. Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, so if I want this one once again to be something else, might want it to be like pink or purple. Okay, click in there and that should change just that color there for us. Okay. In terms of the actual outline, we can do that. I didn't show you that before, but you can go right click and change. Rather than do the fill, you can do the stroke. Alright, then you can change it in here as well. There's different types of strokes and stuff that you can do. Yeah, if you need to change it. Alright, go cancel. Alright, if you want to use an image from the internet, just click on Google here. Alright, now I just typed in Simple Fire, so I can use that as a part of my logo. It's just an example. If I wrote in just fire, it will probably come up with images from Google, from real life situations with proper fires and whatever else going on. So if you keep it simple, just to a simple image, it's so much easier to use for your logo. So let's say, for example, I want to use this flame. I can just go right click, save image as. Alright, and then save it here. I've already got it saved, but yeah, I can just call it fire, save. Alright, and this is in my home drive, so you have to save it to your home drive as well. Go save. I'll just replace it. Okay, then there's a couple ways of doing it. You could just click and hold and drag it over. Okay, and that will appear. Then you can just resize it. Alright, then just click on the move tool and that should get it all in. Alright, or you can just go File, Open on your computer. Alright, if I go to this PC, I'll find the home drive, go Photoshop Photos, and then I can find my image there. Okay, and then from here you can just go and drag it straight in. Alright, that's one way, or you could even click on it once, go Control C on your keyboard, come over here, and then go Control V. That's just copying and pasting it. Alright, so there's a few different ways to get your images in. Alright, once we've done that, okay, we can then place it wherever you want. So let's say, for example, I wanted fire around here. Alright, I can put it there. Alright, another thing as well is some of you may want to use, say, the pen tool to trace an image that's on Google. So that's why I've shown you this skill here, so you can go through and you can use the pen tool for that. If I hold Alt on my keyboard and then I scroll with my mouse, I can start to zoom in. So wherever your cursor is pointing, so if I want this one, okay, I want to have a closer look at this flame, I can hold Alt and then zoom all the way in, okay, to where my cursor is. Okay. Alright, so like I was saying before, if I want to use the pen tool, I can come over here to the pen tool. Alright, now I can start tracing. Now, before with the pen tool, we only learned how to do straight lines, okay, but you can actually curve them as well. So if I click on here, so one click here, and then further down here, I'm going to click again but hold. Alright, and that's going to give us the curve. So I'm still holding that mouse. Okay, and then when I get pretty much on the line of that shape, I'll let go. Alright, now when I do it again, you're going to see there's going to be an issue. So when I go down here to click to curve again, so I'm going to click and hold. Alright, now I'm going to try and follow this shape, but see how this section up here, alright, is staying relatively straight and I can't really move it. Alright, I'm just going to leave it roughly to the shape that it was before. Okay, and I'm going to hold the Alt key. Okay, ALT, Alt, that's at the bottom of your keyboard. Alright, and then when I highlight over this little handle, alright, see how the cursor's changed like a V sort of shape? I'm going to click and hold on that, and I'm going to move that handle in. Okay, so see how now I can start to change the shape, alright, to fit. Okay, so that was using the Alt key. Alright, then I can go around and finish off the shape. So same thing, keep going. Alright, see how it's quite not getting me the right shape because of this section here. Alright, so once again I'm going to go Alt, find the handle, alright, and then just drag it roughly to the spot that I need it. Okay, then I can go through and finish off the rest. Alright, so I'll be using this pen tool a fair bit because you want to be creating your own shapes and images. Alright, otherwise if you start copying and pasting things off the internet, like this flame for example, and using it in your logo, there are copyright laws and stuff in place. So try as much as you can to make your own images to create your logo. When you're done, let's say for example this was my final logo. I'm going to go File, Save As. Alright, save to my computer. Alright, and I'm just going to keep it. Well, you can save two different files. You can save your Photoshop file so you can keep working on this. Alright, and I've just got that in my home drive, so I'm going to go Save. Alright, so that's my Photoshop file that I've saved. Now you also want to do this as well. You're going to go File, Save As, to computer. But you want to change Photoshop and change it to a PNG. That's a file. Sorry, an image file. Okay, so I can go Save there as well. And just press OK.